You walk into a store. You see a jacket. $50. Feels fine. You walk out. Now imagine a different version of you. Same store. Same jacket. But this time, there's a little tag next to it. It says, was $150. Now $50. Suddenly that same jacket feels like a steal. Your heart rate changes a little. Your hand reaches for your wallet a little faster. Nothing about the jacket changed. The stitching is the same. The fabric is the same. The only thing that changed is one number you saw first. That number just hijacked your brain. And it happens to you almost every single day, in ways you never notice. This is called anchoring. It's one of the oldest tricks in psychology, and one of the most powerful. Here's the simple version. Your brain is lazy. Not stupid, lazy. Judging value from scratch, every single time takes real mental effort. So your brain cheats. It grabs the first number it sees and uses that as a starting point. Everything after gets compared to that first number, not judged on its own. That first number is called the anchor. And once it's dropped in your mind, it's incredibly hard to pull back out, even when you know it's happening. That's the part that should worry you. Knowing about anchoring does not make you immune to it. There's a famous experiment that shows just how strange this gets. Researchers asked people to write down the last 2 digits of their social security number. A random number. Meaningless. Then they asked those same people to bid on things, wine, chocolate, random gadgets. People with higher last 2 digits bid way more money. People with lower numbers bid way less. On the exact same items. A completely random, unrelated number changed how much real money people were willing to spend. Their brains used it as an anchor without permission. If a meaningless number on a form can do that, imagine what a carefully placed price tag can do. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Retailers know this. They've known it for decades. That's why almost nothing you buy has just one price on display. It has an original price, crossed out, sitting right next to the sale price. The crossed out number isn't really about telling you what it used to cost. It's about planting an anchor in your head before you even look at the real number. Once that higher number is anchored in your mind, the lower number feels generous, feels urgent, feels like a deal you'd be foolish to pass up. You're not comparing the price to what the item is worth. You're comparing it to the number they showed you first. Restaurants do this too. Look at almost any nice menu, and you'll usually find one dish that costs way more than everything else. Most people never order it. That's not the point of it being there. That dish exists to be an anchor. Once your eyes land on a $40 entree, the $22 entree right below, it suddenly looks reasonable. Maybe even cheap. Car dealerships do the same thing with sticker prices. Real estate agents do it with the first house they show you. Salary negotiations do it with whoever names a number first. The pattern repeats everywhere because it works on almost everyone. Here's the part that really gets under your skin, though. Anchoring doesn't just change what feels like a good deal. It changes what you think something is actually worth. In another study, people were shown fake real estate listings. Same house, same photos, same description. The only thing that changed was the listing price shown at the top. People who saw a higher listed price estimated the house was worth more. Real estate agents did too. Professionals trained to value homes objectively. Their expert judgment moved right along with the anchor, just like everyone else's. If trained experts can't fully escape it, you probably can't just think your way out of it either. So why does this trick work so well on a brain that's otherwise pretty smart? Because your brain isn't built to calculate absolute value. It's built to calculate relative value, fast comparisons that once help you survive. Is this berry bigger than that berry? Is this path shorter than that path? Quick judgments, not deep math. Modern shopping hijacks that ancient shortcut. There's no time to research the true value of a jacket, a couch, or a used car. So your brain reaches for the nearest number and compares against that instead. The tragedy is, the nearest number is usually placed there by someone who benefits from you overpaying. Here's the twist most people never expect. Anchoring isn't just about prices. It bends how you judge almost everything. Negotiating a salary? Whoever states a number first sets the anchor for the entire conversation. Reading a stranger's first impression of someone before you meet them, that first opinion anchors your own perception, even if you try to stay neutral. Even your mood can act as an anchor. A rough morning can anchor your whole day toward feeling like everything is going wrong, even when most of the day is actually fine. The mechanism is the same everywhere. Whatever number, opinion, or feeling arrives first quietly shapes everything that follows it. Now flip this around and look at your own life today. Think about the last big purchase you made. A phone, a couch, a vacation. Do you actually remember comparing it to its real value? Or do you remember comparing it to some other number you saw first? Higher price somewhere else, or was price a friend's opinion? Most people can't tell the difference anymore. The anchor blends in so smoothly, it feels like your own independent judgment. That's the uncomfortable truth. A huge amount of what feels like your decision was actually shaped by a number someone else chose to show you first. So what actually helps, if awareness alone isn't enough? One thing works better than willpower: changing the order you look at information. Before you see any price, ask yourself what you'd pay for this item with zero context. Write a rough number down first, in your head or on your phone. Now you've planted your own anchor before there's ever arrives. Another trick: deliberately compare across completely different sources, not just the ones placed next to each other. A store wants you comparing within its own aisle. Step outside that aisle entirely. It won't make you immune, but it interrupts the automatic hijack just enough to think clearly. Here's the deeper lesson hiding underneath all of this. Value is never as objective as it feels. You like to believe your choices come from careful judgment. Mostly they come from context, and context is something other people control more often than you'd like to admit. That's not a reason to panic every time you shop. It's a reason to get curious. The next time a price feels like such a good deal, pause for 1 second and ask, compared to what exactly? Who chose that comparison for me? That 1 second of noticing is often the entire difference between a smart purchase and a manipulated one. So go back to that jacket. $50 sitting on the rack. Without the crossed out $150 next to it, it's just a jacket. With it, it becomes a victory, a steal, a story you'll tell someone later. Same jacket. Same $50. Completely different feeling, engineered by one small number placed exactly where your eyes would land first. Your brain didn't fail you. It did exactly what brains are built to do. It just got handed the wrong starting point. Next time you feel that little rush of "what a deal," stop. Ask where that feeling actually came from. It might be less about the jacket and more about the number someone put right in front of it.